Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I hope that your week is going amazing. My week is long so far. I want to try to create and share with you what I got a couple of weeks ago now. I saw this, I was buying something on Amazon and I was like, oh, that would be really cool if I could get that and make some of that for upcoming projects. So, we've been doing a little bit of quote unquote legwork for projects. So I got these blocks. Not that I needed them. I do have, I wouldn't say an abundance, but I have a few. But I thought that would be really good. And then these stamps, random stamps. And I think I already have these in a different stamp set. But I thought it'd be really cool to try and do some of this stuff. I don't want to make postcards, but I do want to make some little. Remember, I talked to y'all about the tags? I know we talked about bookmarks yesterday, but long story, long story. Anyway, I thought it'd be really cool to get over here and create something. And I think what I'm going to do is create something small. And by something small, I mean I'm just going to have this halved, cut this in half, and then we'll have two sides. If you want, I will not do it right now, but if you want, I could link the information for you if you ask for it. It's just a quick Amazon search, I guess. It was fairly inexpensive, and this is 6.5, I believe. Yeah, 6.5. So we're gonna cut this down to 3.25. Let's do more than one. Also, I want to tell you for the card making. Well, first of all, let's back up. I have not. This has been a stressful week for me. Let's just say that. And yesterday was very stressful as well. And I'm waiting on a response from the doctor. So today may be a little bit on the side as well, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. And so now these had that little film on them. Anyway, I hope that your week is going good. Overall, my week, I keep waking up, so I can't complain. And there are people out there that are doing great, amazing, right? I think it's on both sides. Yep. How crystal clear that went from. Anyway, so let's put this to the side. We'll do one at a time or two at a time maybe. We'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing today after this. I need to feed the cat and wake my son up. Those are always a given, especially during the week. But I'm not sure. Uh, Everything else I'll be doing. So I want to use this script, of course. Let's see. And I feel like this is just one stamp. I won't call them hauls. I guess they are things I did need that I bought. But I have purchased, oh, this is a big one. So this is interesting. I thought this would have been in pieces, but it is not, and neither am I. You get it? If you don't, it's okay. Let's put this to the side. We don't need that right now. We're going to make our own little situation. So what I will do is open this one. Yep, I definitely have something similar to this. I don't know if it's a copy or authentic, but I do have something similar to that. So we're going to use this one, and I think this thing right here. If you don't know, I love postal stuff. I don't collect it as much because I have enough of the things that I have been collecting, so I don't need it, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy it when I find it at a reasonable price. It just puts a smile on my face. So we're going to use this thing. Yep. Then we're gonna go ahead and use this thing as well. We don't really need to take this film off of all of them, just the sides that we're gonna use. Because this, what we're doing now does not have to be perfect. And then we're gonna use our old faithful. So let's get started. Now this is probably not the smartest of me cutting them in half, but I wanted to cut them in half so I could do different stuff with each one and be okay with it. Okay, so that's gray. We don't need gray today. We need a deep solid color, and I think we're going to use black. And I know I just said a deep solid color, but then I want to make this flower a different color. So we're going to use pink, charming pink. And then for our, so we want to make this color, black. And then where's our rusty hinge at? Rusty hinge. My rusty hinge is hanging on by a thread, okay? So first I'm going to go ahead and stamp this one up. I know. I said we didn't need it, but there we are. Ink it up. I have so many cool ideas for projects that we're going to be creating soon. So just be ready for the whoo. Okay. If you don't know what the who is, just the crazy, the chaos. This says Washington. Interesting. First stamp, first impression. Eh, not bad. Not great. I mean, it is supposed to be kind of worn. Yeah. I want to make so many cards. I told y'all before I looked up the cards where we can send them. I think I'm going to choose the military. Um, and I don't know if it's going to be the Wounded Warrior program. It may be to the servicemen and women overseas because sometimes you don't get stuff from your family, especially if you don't have a family. Then who's going to send you stuff? You know, some people are out there by themselves, and we have to keep that in mind. When life gets to us, right? And we're like, oh, I'm by myself. There are men and women fighting for our country. Whatever, however you feel about it, they are doing that gracefully, hopefully, not distastefully. All right. Does this bother me? That little blank spot? Nah, it don't. But I feel like this stamp needs to be bigger. Yesterday I was taking something out of my car and I went to grab it, and of course I did something incorrect and jammed my finger. I am probably, so this, you see this right here? It's not inking up. So I need to be careful, mindful of that. Because if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to contact them and ask them for my money back. I'm not going to have no, there we go. So right here, let's take this thing off, smooth it down. You can't really see it, but right here, let's see if you can. You see those little grooves? I feel like they're off a little bit, so let's just keep that in mind. You know the funny part about buying stamps, any kind of stamp, because I bought some ALL and Create stamps. I thought they would be bigger. They were so tiny. And you can blame Wonder and Dreamer 555 for that. Yep, I said it. She had did a haul, I want to say last year sometime, and I was like, ooh, I really want to try those. So I went onto a site, got some. We haven't used them yet, but we will be using them because while she's creating her Halloween stuff, she's inspiring me to want to create Halloween stuff as well. So, but it won't be as good or nearly as dedicated as hers is because Halloween is her holiday. I'm surprised she just don't do a Halloween thing like year round because it's never too late or early to start crafting the thing that you like the most, right? That's what I think at least. I feel like this person that wrote this letter is angry because it's all over there, and they're like, the postal people are like, what? How did you, what? Why'd you do it like that? And that person was like, they needed to know. I don't know. I just made that up. I just made it up. But no, Wonder Dreamer 555 is the reason that I went and tried to get those all the A all in create. I think it is A dot L dot L and create. And when I got the sample, I got some camper, a camper one, I think. But I was like, this would be really cool because it's like this big. It's so small. It's like this big. It's so small. So I said, what I could do is just make some tags or whatever, you know? Yeah, this right here, I would not recommend doing what I'm doing. Just so you know, it's a lot of things that we say, oh, this is a good idea. This was not a good idea. But we're done. Does it have to be perfect? Not for what we're doing. I've been trying to get the perfect time to get my son up. Last night he went to bed later than normal. So I don't know. I don't know about today. Because, I feel like what I'm about to say is a true statement for everybody. Sometimes you go to bed a little bit too late, you wake up a little bit extra grumpy. This, what is going on right here? Is it me? It could be me. That is going to be perfect. Perfect example of why you need to use your stamping blocks or platforms underneath. And if we had our rocker block at the desk, that would have been great. But I do think that maybe the stamps have a little bit of problem. So if you buy stamps, always check them out. Don't just trust them. That's from the company or elsewhere. Hold on one second. Let's try this thing out a little bit in a different way. It could be me, and I'm okay if it is me. They all stamped out incorrectly in the same spot though. This one I had more pressure down on it. This is the one we just did in that one. So no, it is not me. I will be contacting the company after the video and asking them for a replacement. I never really say a refund. Um, Not that I don't want a refund for the things. I just feel that give me what I wanted because I had my mind set on that, versus not. Now, I do have a space right underneath the desk because it's a desk. It's a drafting desk. One of the ones from Michael's, the older ones, because I realized they got new ones. But I still want what I pay for. It could be operator. And again, totally okay if it's me doing it wrong. But I mean, if that's the case, then this stamp block is messed up too. As you can see when I press down how some of it got darker because it's actually making contact right here is not. And I'll tell you, I don't want to have to do this because I'm pressing pretty hard to get an image. Yeah, no. So I'll just be writing them and asking them for um, a refund or replacement. It's not that serious. But it's always nice to see the things. We're going to use this little damask piece right here. I'm not upset at all. Ooh, it's going to be a good session. Look, we got green ink all over us. I guess this gives a new meaning to me saying I don't have a green thumb, huh? Oh my goodness. All right. I hope y'all got. Never mind. If you got to explain the joke, then it's not funny, ma'am. Keep it moving. Yes, you're right. You're right. I did not eat dinner yesterday. Oh, it's getting everywhere. This one is very saturated. We love a good saturated ink pad, don't we? We just got to remember not to be so carefree and careless with it. Um, I had, I did not eat yesterday during the daytime. I had a meeting, and then I had a meeting and an appointment. The appointment took forever. The appointment took so long, I had to leave the appointment and go to the meeting. Okay, and then I went to my meeting for my son. It was for my son, and then after that, I went back to where the appointment was to finish up. Okay, so my stomach is grumbling in case you hear it because we left and we went to eat. And I feel like I had a decent amount of food. We went to the Chinese buffet. I only had two plates. I normally go and get specific things, so I got like the rice noodles, which absolutely love rice noodles. Got rice noodles, and then I went. They had some shrimp and like fried crabs, so I got that. And then they had some fruit. The fruit was not fruit enough. It was not fruit enough at all. It wasn't. It was just not what you expect to taste when you look at the food. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay, for dinner we'll have sandwiches, something light. Um, but then I just didn't eat. So my stomach is like, you didn't eat, huh? Okay, well you're gonna eat today because I'm a grumble. So after I drop my son off, I'll probably go somewhere and sit down and just kind of have a me moment. We need those. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a mom, a grandmom, a granddad, a grand uncle, a aunt. Whatever you present in life, and you have people around you. Sometimes you have to be a little bit selfish and take some time for yourself. And I say that because I'm learning that aspect now more so than I knew before. Because before I was like, oh no, I'll just keep going, blah, 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 keep going, keep going. And then I got drained. I was drained from doing it so much. And so now I do take time for me. Even though it's not a lot of time for me because I'm always worried that I still feel guilty, but I do take that time for me. I need to take that time for myself. Um, we're gonna use the gray now here. Now the gray is gonna be a little bit darker than you think because it's gray, right? But that's okay. So we're gonna so one will be the constant. I don't know if that writing is upside down, ma'am. And one will be one will be Dark, light. Okay, dark, light. I hope you all are doing well. I haven't really been in video land as much as I would like. I've been watching random videos because my son has been asking, requesting random little songs and things like that. And I have been researching a new craft. So you know how I get when I research a new craft. I have to watch every last video on a specific thing. So that's what we are right now. I have a friend who has an embroidery machine, and I keep pestering her. I'm like, did you mess with your machine yet? Did you mess with your machine? Because I've always been interested in patches. I think I've told y'all that. Like I like collaging, collecting stuff, things like that. But I don't want to take a leap of let me go get one at all right now because I have a sewing machine that I haven't fully engulfed in using. I have my scan and cut that I rarely use. So I have a few machines that I don't really need. I have enough machines that I don't need more. So we're going to use Rusty Hinge again. We have to be mindful though. You know what? Let's just use this carved pumpkin, and we'll do the rest in this color. I think I'm going to be changing my craft space around again. So this time we did dark here, light here. And now all I'm really going to do is just try to fill in those spots. And that will be it for these little cards because they're chunk cards, right? I want the recipient to use them for what they need to use them for. So we only going to do one side. And you know how stamp companies, scrapbooking companies are. You get a beautiful paper pad on one side, and then you get the on the other side. This could be the and the other side that they create could be the beauty. Not saying that this is not beautiful. I'm just saying in general, that's how they usually work. So Nicholas' ear cleared up in one day. So I don't know if he just got a good nick on it and scratched it really well. But what I'm going to do is when I take him to the veterinarian, he should have, he needs a checkup next month. So I'm going to, when I schedule it, I'm just going to, I'm going to clip his nails. I didn't get the thing yesterday because I just told you I had a busy day. But I'm going to buy some more clippers. I had two pair. I had really nice expensive clippers for him, and then I had some not so expensive ones, and I felt bad because I was like, I don't want to use those, and then they don't work out. They hurt him or whatever. So today when I go, I may go to PetSmart, or I'll probably just go to Walmart because Walmart has some decent ones. So I'll probably just go to Walmart and get those for him. He's looking at me like, no, you're not. I am, sir. All right, so now we're just going to edge these up. And we'll probably visit this again tomorrow, but I'll have some better stamps, or I'll have looked at the stamps a little bit more, maybe, because I want to do a lot of this. I have been looking into trying to do some different medium, the paste and things like that, but I get so nervous because I don't know enough. I feel like this is so crooked. Can you see? It's very crooked. Excuse the balancing. The camera is very much into trying to get it balanced. And then we'll leave these clean. So this is our project for today. Some little journal card inserts, and we'll make more, not the same way but similar, and it'll be more. We'll put some stickers on there. We'll probably do some backing because this is kind of thin, so we'll do heavy duty paper, and maybe we'll do double sided. I don't know. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting.